Welcome to the 28-day detox introduction video. I'm Dr. Ashley Burkman. I am a naturopathic physician at Collaborative Natural Health Partners, and I created this introductory video as an overview to give you an idea what the detox entails and to decide if this is a good plan for you to consider. First, as a disclaimer, if I am not your treating physician, I am not intending to diagnose or treat you through these recommendations. And as always, if you're going to implement any new plan or program, always speak with your current provider to make sure that's a good idea for you. So how many vegetables have y'all had today? Have you had 1 cup? Have you had 3 cups? Have you had 9 cups? 9 cups is the goal, and I know that sounds like a whole heck of a lot, but we will walk you through that. So why would one consider a detox? Anyone suffering from a chronic ailment, chronic fatigue, chronic digestive complaints, chronic skin complaints, chronic headaches, anything that's kind of been plaguing us for many years and we're seeming to miss the root cause as to why it's happening. Looking at diet and lifestyle first is a good place to start. Over half of the population in the United States suffers from a chronic illness, and it is costing us lots of money to kind of plan and manage these chronic illnesses, and we're not finding the root. We're not getting resolution. We're just managing and kind of these diseases are persisting. So looking at lifestyle as medicine as a way to improve our overall health and also to reduce and hopefully eliminate some of these chronic illnesses is the goal. So which description fits you best? Are you having trouble losing weight no matter what you do? Are you experiencing chronic digestive complaints? Are you fatigued no matter what you do? Do you find that you take many medications to manage your chronic illnesses and you'd like that not to be a lifelong situation? Do you get overwhelmed with all the options and out there for dietary guidance? And do you experience sugar cravings or other food cravings on a regular basis? Motivation for this detox really lies in the fact that we realize that lifestyle changes and dietary changes are one of the hardest things for patients to implement, especially long term. So we wanted to provide a framework in which to kind of support you through that process. So the goals is really that by the end of the 28 days to have eliminated some of the cravings, have implemented new habits and things that are going to stick with us lifelong, not just for the 28 days. So a lot of patients come to me and say, hey doc, I have the genetics for high blood pressure, I have the genetics for high cholesterol or obesity, and be that as it may, we want to make sure that we're focusing on everything we can do to prevent those things from coming to fruition. And if they already are here, what can we do to manage them as naturally as possible? So focusing on that ecosystem of the gut, that digestive tract ecosystem, there's trillions of bacteria there that communicate with us all the time. And so feeding those good healthy microbes, good healthy fiber and nutrition is important to helping our body not to turn on genetic predispositions that we don't want to see. So we will talk a lot about that, especially in the way that we eat and why we choose certain things to cut out and add back in. So lifestyle medicine at its root is definitely going to be focused on diet, but also it looks at our physical movement, our sleep, our stress level, all of the above. And those are all things that we will touch on during our program. So what is your why? Why did you choose to click on this video? Why did you decide that you may want to pursue a detox? Is it because you're tired of being tired? Are you feeling like you might want to lose a couple of pounds? Is it because you'd like to see that you don't have to spend as much money on your medications all the time that you're taking for these chronic illnesses and for management? So definitely looking at why you are considering this. A good idea is to write down these reasons why we're motivated to do this, because there will be tough days, and looking back at that helps us stay on plan. So what are we going to do during this plan? So we are going to cut out a few things that are considered inflammatory. Sugar is, of course, one of those things that we would want us to eliminate during this time. Eggs, gluten, and dairy are other things that oftentimes people don't realize are offenders for them. So they could be causing chronic concerns that we didn't really realize because we'd be eating them on a consistent basis. So cutting them out for a period of time, perhaps having a period of reintroduction, and seeing if that was something that might have perhaps been giving us some issue. Things that we're going to add in are certainly going to be our plants. So we really aim to get these 9 cups of vegetables a day, and we break them down into 3 different categories: the dark leafy greens, the colorful veggies, and some fruits. If you cut them and they remain colorful all the way through, those do count. And our cruciferous vegetables, things that are high in sulfur. So when we eat that way, we are going to attain all the good nutrients and vitamins that we need in our day. So the greens have all the minerals and calcium, magnesium, zinc, iron. The colorful veggies have a lot of the antioxidants and the vitamins. And those cruciferous vegetables contain the sulfur, which is great for detox. So all of them do have some overlap, but when we eat that way, we make sure we get everything we need in a day. So for protein sources, we do allow fish and meat. Of course, we do aim for low mercury content fish and for grass-fed and sustainable farmed meats. And if you are a vegan or vegetarian, this detox is still attainable. You can focus on beans and legumes as a source of protein during this detox. Ideally, I'd like us to eliminate all grains and legumes, which would be the paleo version of this detox. So all recipes that we're giving you are, for the most part, paleo in nature. So they're going to be mostly vegetable-based, lean proteins, and healthy fats. And that does help to kind of bring about better insulin response and blood sugar stability. Intermittent fasting is a great addition to a detox. The true intermittent fast is an 8-hour window of eating and a 16-hour window of fasting, including the sleeping hours. If that doesn't seem yet attainable, starting at least 12 hours of fasting and 12 hours of eating is an ideal, because that allows those late night snacks and things like that to kind of not creep in as easily. It also is great for blood sugar stability and insulin sensitivity as well. So what is detoxification? We talk about that word a lot, and really the idea is that we get exposed to chemicals and exposed to toxins all the time through our skin, through our breath, through our digestive system, and the liver takes on that burden, breaks it down enzymatically, and packages it up for detox out of the body. And that gets out of our system through our breath again, through our skin, through urinary, and through digestive system. A detox is more than just food choices. We like you to look a little deeper at other things that may not be serving us anymore. Maybe we're not going to bed early enough. Maybe we intentionally aren't making time for exercise. Maybe we need to make more time for friends and family. So looking at those things that also affect our overall health and trying to detox from things that stress us, social media or too much screen time, things like of that nature are important to think about as well. So these detox additions are things that I hand selected to kind of support us through this process. So as anyone knows, when you start giving up things that you're used to, it can have some side effects. Of course, emotionally, we are attached to foods and things that we eat, and the homeopathic remedies are great to help support that. The herbal blends are great to really just enhance that liver breakdown of these toxins and to help our body to be able to eliminate and package things out of our system. It also helps us to break down digestively some of this roughage. If we're not used to eating this much fiber, sometimes that can be a great addition to help reduce any untoward reactions like gas and bloating that sometimes can happen in the beginning when we start eating this much fiber. And our detox protein is a vegan-based protein shake that includes lots and lots of liver support, but also mitochondrial support. And those mitochondria are literally the powerhouses of our cells that provide energy. So that helps with, sometimes we get a little fatigued when we first start changing up our diet. And that's a great resource to add into a smoothie when we're using a smoothie as a way to get these veggies and things. At this time, I welcome any questions you may have. You can contact me at info@ctnaturalhealth.com. You can find us on social media, and you can also find us at our website at ctnaturalhealth.com. Thanks so much for your time.